Hello everyone, welcome back. Faithful Tools have sent a hoard of tools here. Just thought I'd do the unboxing here. This isn't the actual original voice to this video, as for some reason it wouldn't load properly. It's the audio, so I'm doing a voiceover, which will probably work out better anyway. So the first tool out was a feather edge. It's a faithful tool feather edge, obviously all tools are, and a bit smaller than the other ones I have, so it'll work out better for certain walls. And the next box to open is longer again, so you're probably guessing it's also a straight edge, where that one's a feather edge with a fine edge on it, the smaller one, so it'll be really good for like your skim and your bonding as well as just sand and cement. So this next one's a screeding level. It's they're called screeding levels, but the first people I ever seen to use these were joiners, working with wood and door frames and stuff. But they're actually brilliant for floor screeding as well. I'm sure you can remember I have a smaller version of this where I screed floors, but this longer version will help for that, and it's going to be great for the likes of long beads. So, but yeah, it is quite long, guys. It'll touch the ceiling and the ground before it will go straight. So it gives you an idea. It's well over 8 foot. So I'll leave that box to the end and jump straight to this one. This box was a wee bit dinged the side, but the trowel seemed to be okay. If I could ever get it out, I'm wrestling with it. So that's the measurements, guys. I'm going to show you here, and it is 400mm by 130mm. So it's definitely a big trowel. That's it there. The handle on this one is quite comfortable, believe it or not, and the edges are, I've seen ready to go trowels, but never have I seen one as sharp as this. They are just like Stanley blade edges. They're so chamfered. So I do look forward to giving at least hitting a wall dry trowel with it first for a coat. Stainless steel, of course, guys, pre-worn. But yeah, I would always recommend going for stainless steel trowel in any trowel you're trying to pick. Some trowels don't matter as much, point in trowels and bucket trowels, but stainless steel, it's just going to always last you longer, and they're easier to clean just for the fact they don't ever rust. So now onto the bigger box. So first tool out, guys, just it's a plastic float. I use these for rubbing up floors and walls smooth. But first, to break them in, I always pop the nails or screws in along the top there, just to get them broken in ready for finishing work. And the next is the tape. It's a very good tape. So it is, the fact that when you pull it out there, it doesn't just come back, it's nice and stiff that way. So for the likes of me, plasterboarding, that's going to be ideal, especially when I'm doing the likes of round reveals and stuff. It's perfect. And of course, plasters need them for beads. Some guys will measure up jobs for pricing and that too. And tin snips. I had a similar pair to these ones. I think they were Faithfull tools. I'm not 100% sure, and they lasted quite some time. I have a few tips on how to make snips last longer, guys. I'll maybe do a few videos on that, or a video, just jump onto this trowel here. It's a smaller trowel, 11 inch. Does say Pavin on it. It has a very comfortable handle. and has the nice wee lip guard for the finger. But yeah, it does say Pavin on it, but obviously Faithfull Tools make Pavin, as it also says Faithfull Tools on it. So just slide it out of the case here. If you wanted, you could probably keep them cases, but I have a toolbox I can put mine into to protect them, and I'll be using this trowel mostly for, I'm hoping that once I get it broken a bit, I'm going to be keeping it for polished plaster, finishing plaster. So I have a wee bit coming up on the channel about that shortly, well soon, if I ever get round to doing the wee project. Next is the hawk. So yeah, I think it's an aluminium alloy, which is what the metal is, but it's good because aluminium will be light and it won't corrode, won't rust, with just normal plastering use, obviously. So I'll get it up in here, guys, and I know from, obviously this is my second time talking about these tools here, that I get a bit of a disaster just trying to put it together. So the way this hawk works is there's a bolt goes down through the hole, obviously, and it just screws together. And what I was saying there was, if the bolt doesn't go down far enough, that it might be bad because it might nick the trowel, but we'll see how it fits together if the big screw bolt goes down lower. So that's the pad, guys. Don't know why I was putting it that way, but I think once your foam would rip, after a while they do tend to rip. I think you could swap the plastic around so it's a smooth end and it'll still fit. That's just me talking about the screw, feeling it. It does go into, there's like a wee lip there, so obviously that lip will fill with plaster over time, but only time will tell whether, if the plaster pops off and comes into the mix with wee crumbs, which I'm sure even DIY plasters can see how annoying that would be when you're trying to have a nice smooth wall. You don't want lumps in your mix, so that's the way it goes there. For some reason I still couldn't get it fixed here. I don't know why. I think I wasn't putting enough pressure at the bottom there. And also you can use a screwdriver, guys, would be a bit handier as well, just to give it a good tighten. But it's probably the third hawk that'll be reviewing over time, so it'll be interesting to see which ones are better. Like everybody knows Marshalltown, but this trying to find other hawks, guys, that could be available to people that might be better. That's the way I was saying there, that it could flip around, so once your foam does go, once your foam eventually breaks, you could take that off and put it on, just without the foam, obviously. So that's the way it goes, guys. It goes inside and the handle screws on, but it's just trying to see what other ways, if you did have the plastic on around the other way, could you slide up foam around it, but that's definitely the way to go here, the correct way. But yeah, I would recommend if you're putting them together, just give it good tighten with a screwdriver as well before you use it, because you don't want to have a good load of plaster on your hawk and the handle to start coming loose on you. It's the last thing you want, sand cement hitting the floor, or a big lump of K-rand, or skim or bonding. So it's actually going pretty tight there. It is actually quite a comfortable handle on the hawk. It's a large hawk as well. But yeah, it's just a wee tester. The trowel does not hit that screw. If it ever did hit that screw, it would put a nick on it, but the screw is well below the surface. But again, that'll just come down to whether the plaster sticks to it or not. Last but not least, a hammer, guys, 16-ounce hammer. Good weight to it, comfortable enough handle, and it's a steel shaft as well. So I'm looking forward to get that used up and seeing how that works without hopefully bending the shaft. If the shaft was to bend, then obviously it's not a very good hammer. But I'll be trying to keep that hammer. I have other hammers for racking, heavy hammers and chisels. I'll be trying to keep that hammer for just maybe more delicate work of just pulling off skirtings and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, that's it for now. Hopefully that wasn't the longest unboxing you've ever watched. But yeah, if there's any tools there that you've used in the past yourself and want to talk about or are interested in, don't be afraid to ask how I'm getting on with it, and I'll let you know how it's going. So thanks for watching, guys.